Today we're going to talk about starting a business to break the paycheck to paycheck cycle. This is one of the things that I have found out by starting a business. You get multiple paychecks. If you have a job, you may be get paid twice a month, or if you have a job that pays weekly, you get paid 4 times a month. Or if you drive for Uber or you work for McDonald's or one of these apps, you could draw your pay down daily. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real money. This is one of the things that we push at Personal Capital. Real money. $5,000 to $10,000 a month is the minimum amount of money that we're talking about in regards to paying yourself. Let me go ahead and share a story with you. Years and years ago, I used to have a job, but it was a 100% commission job. And what I was selling was brand new office furniture. And I would sell this furniture, and this is how the procedure worked. We would find the clients, we would do the presentations, we would close the sale, and then we would get a 50% deposit check. At that point in the deal, we, the salespeople, didn't get paid. Salespeople only got paid after the customer had rendered the final check and signed off on a compliance form that, hey, we're happy with the furniture, everything's done, and we're perfectly satisfied with your service. And at that point, we as the salespeople got paid. So it was really influenced us to be courteous, to be kind, to jump on task, because we knew unless that customer was 100% happy and the work was done, we were not getting paid. Once again, I was working there about 8 months, and I had gotten into my role. I had gotten into the groove because 1 month I had 10 customer deals closed, which meant that I was collecting the final paycheck, the final deposit, the final money. I was getting them to sign the form that they were perfectly happy. We didn't have any chargebacks, any callbacks, or nothing like that. And this month was one of the best months of my life because the smallest deal was $30,000, which meant the company got 15 and I got 15. That was the smallest deal. And that month, I think I made like $140,000 in 1 month. Multiple paychecks. I remember there was a week where I had 4 paychecks sitting on my desk, because what would happen is once the customer had signed off on the compliance form and rendered the final check, you want to start a business, you want to set up a holding company, an operating company, you want to get yourself some business credit, you want to learn how to run a business, you want to start your first online business. If you want to do that, and congratulations to you for being a person that wants more out of life, for being that person that's ready to sit down, do the work so your future can be brighter. I got some for you. Go below and enter into the Corporate Citizen Playbook, where we teach you all of that plus a lot more. Because you are not a normal, regular person. You want more out of life. You want to do more, you want to be more, you want to have more. And congratulations to you. So the link is below. Go ahead and check out this video. And then go ahead and enroll in the Corporate Citizen Playbook, where I teach you some things that you cannot Google. Can't Google it. Can't Google it at all. Then the company would cut us a check that day. So I was going out, picking up checks, sending them into returns, and I would walk in my office and there'd be like 4 paychecks. And that 1 month, the best week was 4. And I think I did like $60,000 that week. And like I said, the feeling of getting multiple paychecks, the feeling of being able to make that much money, like I said, literally changed my life. Also, during this period, I was also running my own business, even though I had a job. And then this was the business I had on the side. I would sell the used office furniture for a customer, and then I would get 50% of the deal. So I had those 10 checks over there, and I was getting checks like every time I sold some furniture, I got paid. So I was going ahead I think that month, I may have gotten like 20 paychecks in that one month. And this is the power of starting a business. This is the power of being in control of your destiny. This is the power of creating that active cash flow. Because once you go ahead and set this up, it's going to be hard for you to go back to a normal way of living, because essentially getting paid twice a month or getting paid 4 times a month, or if you're on one of these apps, drawing down daily pay. I got a question. These daily pays, this app money, will this change your life? That month where I got paid 20 times, all of my checks were above $5,000. All of my checks. So essentially, one payday from my job and one payday from my business was enough to pay all of my monthly bills. Because at the time, here's the story. When I got the job at Rent-A-Crate, with the panel systems and with the business environments was the channel that I was getting paid 100% commission. 18 months prior to that, I was living in a boarding house. I was working chump change jobs. I was just scratching a meager living to get by. And then this was revealed to me. This was exposed to me that when you go ahead and create this cycle, because since I have been in the start your business cycle, and once again, I started my first business, I had a job. I have not gone back since. I've not gone back to working a regular job and getting paid twice a month. I've not done that since, because here's the thing that it illustrates to you. The power of starting a business, the power of setting up a holding company. This goes ahead and liberates you from a normal, ordinary, regular life. This dramatically changes how you see things, because it changes, once again, and not to speak down to anyone, and I'm not bragging or boasting, but I don't worry about paying my bills. That's the least of my concern. Number one, I'll share a story with you. Last year, I bought a brand new Porsche, and the Porsche was ready for pickup on a Saturday. My intentions was to pay cash for the car, but the only way that they were going to let me bring that new Porsche home was if I financed it. So I went ahead and financed it. I had another Porsche that I traded in, and I traded that Porsche in, and the car was like $265. They gave me $100,000 for the Porsche I traded in, and then there was some other stuff. Then I had to put down money to order the car. So my loan came up to $145,000. Now, this is where the story gets juicy. From October until now, because of getting multiple paychecks, that $145,000 loan I only owe $29,000. Because I was getting multiple paychecks. I've paid off $115,000 off of this loan in less than a year. I got the loan in October. I started making payments December. So December is 1, January 2, February 3, March 4, April 5, May 6, June 7th, July 8th. So in 8 months, I was able to pay $115,000 off of my car loan because I got multiple checks. I've never actually, and this is what's funny, my car payment is $2,550 per month, which I find to be outrageously crazy. And the only reason that I entered into this loan was I knew that I was going to pay this car off early. I wasn't going to have it the loan was for 60 months. There was no way in the world I was going to pay $2,500 a month for 60 months. That car will be paid off probably by October. And why? Because I have multiple paychecks. And once you go ahead and have this multiple checks, this changes your whole financial life. This changes the way you live. This changes the way you eat. It changes everything that you do in response to you living your life. Changes everything. It sets you up to be financially free, to be economically mobile. And all of this comes from starting a business. All of this comes from starting a holding company and having multiple streams of income to impact my life. And this is what I want for you. I want you to live that similar lifestyle. And this is why I want you to go below, check out my little video about the corporate citizen playbook, and go ahead and get into it, because you've got a few options. You can pay the one and done, or you can get on the payment plan, and then you can learn how to create businesses and corporations and learn how to play the holding company game, where you can have a business, you can have an operating company, you can have large lines of business credit, and you can orchestrate and move your life in a very different manner. Because once you start a company and get used to getting paid several times a month, you know there are business owners out there who get paid every day of the month. They get 31 paychecks. I want you to think about, what would your life be like if you got 31 paychecks? So go below, get into the corporate citizen playbook. And my name is Glendon Cameron, and I will see you guys in the next video.